So far, Jeffrey and Jen have shown us marketing and social media best practices. Now let's get to some email marketing nuts and bolts. As a GoDaddy product manager, Emily Barrett loves being able to give GoDaddy customers a potent mix of help, advice, and cheerleading. Starting your own business is a huge step, and Emily knows because she works with tons of GoDaddy customers, the everyday entrepreneurs who need both powerful tools and inspiration. Today, Emily will guide you through proven ways to design an email, including a discussion about the essential elements of every email. You'll learn how to grow an email list, plan and personalize a campaign, and measure its results. Here's Emily.
Thanks, Emma. It's really good to be here today. We have got a lot of great information for you folks about using email marketing to your advantage, so I'm going to dive right in. I'm Emily. Y'all might recognize me from our How to Help videos, but I'm also a product manager and I've been on the GoDaddy team for almost 12 years. At GoDaddy, we're obsessed with helping everyday entrepreneurs succeed. To edge out the competition, you need to invest in connecting with your customers so they keep coming back. There's no better tool for this than email marketing because it gives you regular opportunities to reach out to people who have already shown interest. This means boosting both new and return sales. We've seen that the average return on investment is $44 for every dollar spent on email marketing. So let's talk about how to get that maximum return and create communications that convert instead of ending up ignored or worse, labeled as junk. By the end of this session, you'll know how to grow an email list for personalized campaigns, design an email and what you need to include, and measure results to plan your next campaign. If you have an email address, your inbox is full of marketing emails. Most of us don't open them unless we see something that directly benefits us. Since open is the name of the game, we need to be crafting campaigns that feel personal. This kind of customization can be tricky. Basic personalization, like using the subscriber's name or contact info, is only part of the equation. The content itself needs to be personalized. If people constantly see irrelevant subject matter in your emails, they will unsubscribe. Obviously, it isn't practical to tailor campaigns to each individual customer, but you can group your subscribers into lists to hedge your bets. This is called segmenting. The key to segmenting well is understanding the content you offer and how certain types of customers benefit from it. So you need to understand your market. Historically, marketing teams have defined customer segments based on how long they've been a customer and how much or how often they buy, the products or services they come to the business for, where they're located, and demographics like gender, age, or socioeconomic status. For your purposes, it's more useful to define email marketing segments according to your campaign goals and the customers most likely to help you achieve them. Email marketing segments that you should turn into lists might be new customers who may not know everything you offer, regulars who may benefit from upcoming events or deals, discount shoppers who want checkout codes and sales dates, or customers who left items in their cart or haven't purchased anything in a while, or something specific to your business type. For example, hairstylists might have lists for customers who buy certain product lines or watch their hair care video tutorials. Restaurants might group dine-in versus delivery customers or by proximity to locations. And real estate agents might group by neighborhood preferences or their prospects' desired property features. Once you know the right lists, you can create them in your email marketing platform and assign existing subscribers to them. If you're doing this in Websites Plus Marketing, this is super straightforward. Go to the Connections tab, expand the list dropdown, and opt to create a list. Name it something descriptive and memorable, and click Create. You can create as many lists as you like. When you're done, it's time to add existing contacts to your list. Just check the boxes next to the folks you're adding and tap Add to List. You can add new subscribers anytime. Finally, choose the list you're adding them to and hit Done. It's that simple. If you're not sure which contacts to put on which list, consider sending a survey. When you ask, customers are often very candid about what they value. They might even suggest a segment you hadn't considered. SurveyMonkey, Typeform, and Google Forms all have free tools to create surveys and collect responses. If your target market doesn't respond to surveys or you don't want to wait, I recommend taking a logical leap and seeing how it plays out. If performance is uninspiring, change some things up. Maybe people are on the wrong lists, or that list got the wrong kind of content. Don't be afraid to experiment. The data will tell you how to move forward. Once you've segmented your current contacts, you can set it up so that new subscribers segment themselves. This is how you do it. First, build custom sign-up forms that assign them to specific lists. Then link to those forms where customers might be looking for that type of content, like a sign up on your shopping cart for discounts or a video sign up in the descriptions of your YouTube videos. Then send out social invites. You don't have to sit back hoping people subscribe. Use your social channels to invite subscriptions with links to the signups alongside a taste of the content it leads to. Say you're sharing your newest jewelry collection on Insta. Include a call to action like wear it first and link to a sign up form for early access. Social posts that link to signups help you sow the seeds of organic growth. And organic growth is worth the effort. It can be tempting to buy email lists to get subscribers. Don't do it. First, it's a legal mess full of headaches, fines, and in some countries, jail time. People who get emails they didn't sign up for won't trust you and will report you. And enough spam reports can get you blacklisted from whole email platforms. Your deliverability will tank, even for customers who opted in. So how does segmentation help you get those organic opt-ins and grow your lists? Being transparent about exactly what people are signing up for makes them a lot less hesitant to click submit on your forms. When they get content that is relevant to them, they're more likely to share it with their network and to investigate what other content you offer because they feel more in control of the engagement. Finally, you should occasionally send out unsubscribe campaigns. No one benefits from filling up customers' junk folders. I get it, offering unsubscribes feels counterintuitive, but people will respect your wish to respect their time. You'll get a better picture of how your content is performing without uninterested parties dragging down your stats. And subscribers who opt to stay will be reaffirming their interest not only to you, but to themselves. Everybody wins. By the way, WordPress offers plugins that allow custom unsubscribe forms so people can opt out of specific segments without unsubscribing altogether. This works on me all the time. I click to unsubscribe completely, but end up only opting out of specific lists. Let us know if you have any questions about unsubscribe campaigns in the chat. When you have your lists and your signups are live, it's time to start sending out campaigns. This is when the work of segmenting really pays off. Now you can create content that your customers have told you they care about. Just remember to keep the promises made by those conversations. You'll want to include posts, images, and articles that echo the subject of the list they chose. An email subject line that is short, pertinent, and tempting. The subject line for a blog list might be, "Why research resorts? We did the work for you." For cart abandons, "We know you've got options, so we've added discounts." As soon as they open that email, the first headline must directly answer the subject line of the email they opened. So, "We found the 10 best resorts for your summer vacation," with a question to read the list. Or, "Thought we'd sweeten the deal with 15% off," with a call to action to check out now. The rest of the items in the email should complement that first one. And finally, the content should be personalized wherever it makes sense. Everything you can customize doubles down on that personal vibe. Greet them by name, offer to call them at their phone number, repeat their email address. The point is to make it clear that this message was sent to them for them. Remember to make sure to always include error text in case a subscriber doesn't have a complete profile or technology fails. You never want your customer to see something like, "Hi, customer name." Personalizing content does not mean you can take shortcuts with campaign UX. Every email you send should be professional, accessible, and branded. This means they should be sent from an email address associated with your domain. If your website is www.awesomesauce.com, your email marketing campaigns should come from info@awesomesauce.com or something similar. You should make sure every link goes to your website or social pages. Don't send traffic to other people. It's good for SEO to backlink with bloggers or social influencers, but link to them from your site, not your marketing emails. Every word should sound like your business. You spent time cultivating that tone and voice. Use it everywhere. It should look like all the other emails they get from you. Pick 4 to 5 templates and use them consistently. This helps people find recurring content they like in your campaigns. Changing things up too often forces them to hunt for what they want. Engaging with you should be easy. And every email should be instantly recognizable as a communication from you. Display your logo prominently. Use your brand colors for each element. Use beautiful images that are consistent with the ones on your site. And make sure your campaigns should look as good on customers' mobile as they do on their desktop. We have a customer in Georgia who has nailed their email marketing strategy. Fetch Park in Atlanta knows what their customers come to them for, and they have used email marketing to drive not only building the community at their original location, but opening additional parks and making strides toward franchising. Steven breaks it down better than I do though, so I'll let him tell you about it.
My name is Steven Oakes. I'm the founder and CEO of Fetch Park. Fetch Park is a fully off-leash dog park bar. It's tough. You have a bad day, you come here, and this is probably the happiest place you're going to get to experience. The way social media algorithms change daily, it makes it tough to make sure you're hitting the right market and hitting the people you should be hitting. Whereas email marketing, you know who your base is. You can pay attention to your subscriber list, make sure it's growing, and you reach more people. It may not seem like it, but the consistent customers that you have that want to know what you're doing, email marketing is the best way to reach them. The crown jewel of the park is a 1967 Airstream that we have converted into a coffee bar in the mornings, and then it switches over to beer, wine, and liquor in the afternoon and evenings. I wanted to create an environment where people wanted to socialize. They wanted to look up off their phones and talk to their neighbor and get to know them. And the events play a big part in that. Every week we do Unleash and Unplugged, which is a live music series on Fridays. We do Ales, Tales, and Trivia on Wednesdays. And twice a month we do Barks and Banter, which is a live comedy series. Those are the consistent ones. And then we do 18 to 20 large events a year. Each one of those large events, we have a charity partner. Consistency is key. Once a week, we do a little weekly update. I want to get our regulars knowing what we're doing. You can't build a community if there's not consistency, if you don't continually do events, introduce yourself, introduce your staff, and let them know what's going on. Since the day we opened, media was everywhere. Within 6 months, Travel Channel visited the park. We went viral on social media. We've had people from all over the country, actually all over the world, come visit Fetch. For Fetch, we are bright, we are happy, we are community driven. It's very image-based. GoDaddy Studios makes it simple to create bright, eye-catching graphics to include in our email marketing campaigns. You gotta get creative. For us, one of the first big pushes we did is a social media and email marketing campaign called Lift Dogs Not Weights, where we had people come to the park, pick up a pup, and post on social using the hashtag Lift Dogs Not Weights, and we would donate $1 to charity for each post. And email marketing was really the driving factor for us to build awareness for that campaign. Everything is point and click, so for me, who's limited on time, I don't have to worry about wasting time because it's super easy. We start a whole new account for each location, and on our website, we add sign up for the newsletter for this location. Also, another way to add to your subscriber list is push it on social media. Don't be afraid to mix and match. So run a contest on your social media, offer a prize, and make sure that as your entry, you have to sign up on our newsletter. We have regulars who come 2-3 times a day, and that's really what makes it special. Right now, we're either in permitting or construction. We've also got 3 more locations that we haven't announced yet, and all those should be opening within the next year.
If your platform has a template like Websites Plus Marketing does, following Fetch Park's stellar example can be a breeze. Your brand colors have HTML color codes. Get those codes from your designer or simply look them up online. Then you'll pick a template and update the background of your email or specific sections and text to use those colors. When you're done, you can save that template and use it the next time you want to build a campaign. Quality images increase open rate by 6% on average. Our library of royalty-free images can be easily edited to match your brand and entice customers to engage with your calls to action. You can do this on your mobile app. Save it to your gallery and use it on your site, your campaigns, even your blog posts. And about a fourth of your customers will view your email on a mobile device. So double check the desktop and mobile views and send yourself a test. Make sure it looks how you expect it to. Click every CTA in that test email too. Nobody wants to send a campaign with broken links or a typo that turns an innocent headline into profanity. One last thing, your call to action phrasing matters. Your customers should be clear on where they're going to go when they click on them. They should be 3 to 5 words max, long titles tend to get cut off, and you need to be able to measure conversions. Our platform does a lot of this work for you, but if you're using something else, get set up to measure the success of your campaigns. Still not clear on CTAs? Drop any questions you might have into the chat. What exactly should you be measuring? Glad you asked. The industry considers these to be the metrics for email marketing performance. How many emails are delivered in your subscribers' inboxes? How many of those were opened? How many links were clicked? Did they unsubscribe or mark you as spam? Did the email bounce? There are 2 kinds of email bounces. Hard bounces tell you the recipient's email address is invalid. You should remove these contacts right away. And soft bounces, which indicate a full inbox or possibly server issues, you can wait to act on these for a campaign or two to see if they start reaching the subscriber. Social shares and forwards are positive indicators that lead to growth. And conversions. This isn't always dollars. Depending on what you're going for, a conversion might be a sale, a registration, a subscription, etc. It boils down to, did they do the thing I was hoping for? These industry standard metrics are reflected in the email statistics dashboard in Websites + Marketing. You can see the emails you sent and the addresses that accepted them, as well as the ones that didn't, by checking out the addresses that got bounces and determining what type of bounce they got. You can see which emails were open and who opened them, and get insight into how your segmented content is performing by looking at which links were clicked and who clicked them. If you want to reward sharing, you can find out who forwarded your content, and if new users subscribed as a result, you could send coupons as an incentive. And if any emails were marked as spam, you can see who to remove from your lists. You can even view a visual analysis of your campaign and check out the metrics on specific items in it. And then you can use these metrics to plan for adjustments to future campaigns. If they aren't opening your emails, try adjusting your subject line and resending. If they're opening them but not clicking through, reevaluate the headlines or call to action phrasing. Are you getting clicks but not conversions? Try looking at the CTA page. Are you asking them to click through several screens? Are they lost in a wall of text? Or if they're unsubscribing or marking you as spam, I'd recommend reconsidering your segments. Now, on the other hand, if you're getting great engagement and you're looking to duplicate that success, you may have found your secret sauce. Don't overthink it. Trust your instincts. If you start to see a drop off, revisit your most successful campaigns and expand on the content people engaged with the most. Feel free to ask any questions you might have about measuring campaign performance or using data to improve in the chat. We've gone over a lot, so let's recap. To get the most out of email marketing, you need a plan of action. We recommend personalizing your campaigns by defining your customer segments, making sure subscribers land in the right segments, and curating specific content for the campaigns you send to those lists. In the emails you create, make sure that content matches the sign-up they submitted, contains clear calls to action, and uses the personal info they've given you. Use layouts, images, and colors that rep your brand. Send campaigns from an email address that ends at your domain, and test on multiple devices and email applications. Finally, measure results and use that data to plan future campaigns. Check that emails are received, track how customers are engaging with them, and monitor negative signals like spam reports and unsubscribes. To grow your lists, incentivize social sharing and forwarding emails, and act on that data. Data doesn't lie, and it has no agenda. Use it to your advantage. The key things to take away from today are to send content that your customers care about. Let them tell you what those things are with custom signups and unsubscribe options. When you send them that content, make sure it looks great and displays your company branding, and evaluate the data to improve your campaigns moving forward. Here are some great resources we've compiled to help you dive into building lists and creating email marketing campaigns whenever you're ready. All right, thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to visit us at the Email Marketing Networking table later today to ask questions and share what you've learned on your journey. Please bring any questions that occur to you later or that you didn't get answered in the chat, and we'll address them then. Thanks so much for joining us.